Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. Look at what I have here. So, Sherry ordered another tray. I did a tray for her a little while back in purple. She did a couple orders with me. I did a triple bloom on that purple tray, which came out really pretty. Now she wants one to match this, and I'm scared to death because how do you get muted colors with resin materials? So this is the pillowcase, I think, part of her bedding that she mailed me to get an accurate color match, so I'm not doing it by a text. So she wants this tray with it to match that, and it's up to me what I want to do. Now this tray holds like 36 ounces of resin, and I'm freaking out about 36 ounces of resin going in the garbage because of this color. So I'm gonna put this tray off until I get something else right. I'm going to practice in this mold. This is my coaster mold. It's a 3-ounce mold. I thought, I'd rather waste 3 ounces of resin than 36 ounces to 40 if I have to top coat it for whatever reason. So what I did, this is almost like a celery color. It's really pretty. It's really, really light. And there's a little bit of silverish color in silver gray in the flowers here. So I took some water. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but you could take a little bit of water and put your mica color in there, and you'll know what color it's going to be without doing it into resin. So this is just water and mica powder. And the mica powder I chose and I mixed together this is from Istoyo. It's called Tender Green. And this is an interference screen that I purchased a while back. I don't use this one very often. This on its own is almost perfect for this color. All I did was add a tiny little touch of this, and this is actually going to be the background of the coaster. So I think I'm going to do the bloom in my normal ocean white pigment paste with a little bit of white mica. I'm not going to drip any alcohol inks in to make the flower. Well, actually I take that back. I am going to drip alcohol ink in. I'm going to try, this is why I want to try this. I don't use metallics very often, especially in a bloom. Let me move this so I don't ruin it. I am going to drip silver alcohol ink in. I don't think it's going to work, but I figured what better way to try. I'm sure you guys might want to know. So instead of, because I don't have a green that will go nicely with that bedding to drip in for the color, and she did want some silver added into this, so I think that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I don't know, I'm so nervous. Obviously I keep stalling. Okay, I'm going to just mix up 2 ounces of resin. I'm not going to use the 2. I'm probably only going to use 1 1/4, but I'm going to mix up 2 of my fast cure resin, put it through the vacuum chamber, get all the bubbles out, and we're going to start this experiment. Okay, I'm just going to pour a little bit into this cup. Actually, I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to put my mica in first. I'm waiting for this to hit 33 degrees, but I'll mix up my white while I'm waiting. So I'm just going to put a tiny little dab of mica. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use this one. I almost put in the interference green, but then I don't want it to blend in with the backing of the tray. So I will get this little tiny bit of mica powder mixed in before I put the rest of the resin. I'm waiting on my bigger silicone cups to come in. You guys heard me all complaining about those ribbed ones. I finally ordered little silicone ones that hold 1 ounce. So they're not here yet. All right. That's good. I'm just gonna pour, I'm gonna fill it up. It's just gonna be for one bloom, but this is almost too full now. Then I'm gonna put my pigment paste in 1 drop at a time. And we'll see how much it takes to get a little bit just opaque. I just want it just past translucent. I don't know. I honestly feel like this is going to be a fail, which is why I want to do it on a small scale. I don't mind it being a fail, but I want to know now. I think the fail part is going to be the silver alcohol ink going in there, because metallics don't always work in blooms. Okay, about 2 drops into this little tiny cup. That looks good. Perfect, actually. Very, very perfect. Okay. Let's see what the temperature is. I may have to put you on a pause. It's about 31.5. I'll wait just a few minutes. All right, are you ready to pour? We're gonna pour just a little thin layer. Try not to incorporate bubbles. The best blooms come with 0 bubbles in your resin. That's actually when I started, or when I bought my vacuum chamber, is when I realized the bubbles were messing up my blooms. I did not even hesitate to buy that vacuum chamber, and it was the best tool I've ever purchased in this entire room. I get more use out of that thing, not only with resin, but also with silicone. It does a fabulous job taking bubbles out of silicone. I don't see any, but let's just make sure. Oops, I just stuck it right in there. All right, so I do have a little bit left over, but that's okay. We'll make something. She wanted a few keychains too, so maybe I'll start those today. What do I do here? I don't want too much. Let's just see what 3 drops do. And I'm actually going to just let that do its thing before I do anything. I see a little bubble under there though. Oh, now I don't know where it went. There it is, right underneath there. Well, that activated it. Okay, maybe I'll do 1 more drop. Make sure you mix your metallics really, really well. There's a little ball bearing in here or something. All right, we're just gonna let that finish doing whatever it's going to do before I do anything. Maybe I will swirl it like this so it's not in that weird shape. It's all going to come back in towards the center anyway, so. All right, that's good. Let's start pouring. And I'm just going to do my normal random, am I? You know what I want to do? I want to try something. I should probably put it in I'm going to put it in a piping bag to do what I want to do. Last second change, guys. Let me see if I could get it in a bag real quick. I want to try something. Since this is an experiment anyway, and it doesn't matter, I'm really just looking to see if the silver is going to work. Not really the bloom. So I want to try piping my flower differently. I don't have a whole lot in here, so I can't waste it. All right, let me grab a scissors. All right, are you ready? This is going to be something I've never done before in a circle mold anyway. I'm almost out of white. Well, it's not really any different than I normally do. All right, I'm going to squeeze this back in here because I'm going to marble it. So let's grab a stick. I would like using a dotting tool more than anything. I'm not really going to make my own petals because I've already done that. I'm going to just bring them in a little differently. I'm going to do these ones like that. And then I'm going to do these ones like this. Oops, I just messed it up. Oh well, it'll be okay. And I want to swirl my center and then pop some bubbles. And regardless if this works or not, I will be backing it with the green mixture because I want to see how close it's going to be to the actual bedspread. Okay, so for this, I need to get my white back out. And I'm going to just get it nice and white. We're going to marble a few keychains in pink. So I want this nice and white. Just kind of keep an eye on that as it blooms. That looks really good. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple different pinks and grab me a mold real quick. All right, I grabbed a pink. Instead of alcohol ink this time, I'm using this pigment that I've had for 2 years. It's pink. I'm wondering if it will be thicker to marble than an alcohol ink. So all I'm going to do is drip some in here. Do 4 drops. I bet it'll work nicely. So I'm just going to spray these. I want the 2 large ones first. If I have any left, I'll do the triangular ones. That, and then this one. Perfect amount. She wanted 3 and I had enough for 3 if they come out okay. perfect, perfect, perfect amount. I'm just kind of doming them so there's hardly any, if any, trimming to do. Look at that, it's blooming beautiful. I'm just gonna let that bloom for a few hours. This is my 4-hour fast cure, so it won't take long to get it nice and tacky on the back where we can pour another layer on it. All right, be right back. I got 4 ounces of my casting resin mixed up this time, and I took my hippo mold out because she wanted a hippo made in this green color that we're gonna do. Look at the bloom from the back though, you guys. If the silver didn't screw up the front, I think it's gonna be good. So, fingers crossed, I hope the silver didn't screw this up. I'm gonna start with my interference green. Do you see the green in there? I want mostly this color. It's like a mint, almost like a celery green, which is really pretty. I don't know why I don't use this more often. I didn't even remember that I had it until I was trying to come up with a color plan for this tray. And I was so happy that I had the green. I don't think I've ever used it. If I did, I don't remember it. So what I want to do is get this mixed in really, really, really well, so I don't have any stray. So now I'm just going to go grab her fabric. Try to keep it out of everything. Gosh, that would be terrible. And just kind of compare what I'm doing here. So I think what I'm going to do is take this little light green from Istoyo, the smallest bit. I mean, I may have to go back and forth like paints and keep adding white, green, until I get the right color. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know that I will be able to ever match that perfectly because there is such the slightest hint of green in there. See, I think that's too green now. So I'm going to go back and get some more of this to soften that green back down. And I think what I'll do is get her a picture of this and see what she thinks before I move on, just guessing. I do not want to guess. I should only need 2 ounces for this and 2 ounces for that. That's why I mixed up my 4 ounces. Well, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I think it's really pretty. Hopefully she does too. Let me spray my mold. Let me move this. Gosh, I don't need an accident happening. I do spray this mold with alcohol a little bit, just to get down in those ears. And then I'm going to squish them around, make sure it gets in everywhere. Tap it down if you need to. Okay, before I dome that one, I'm gonna pour this one. I did not put the heat mat on this time. I just let it cure naturally. It's been a few hours. It's not completely cured, it's tacky. Really, really tacky. Oh, that looks good. All right, well, that's that. I do have a little bit more extra, so maybe I will, oops, I don't want to overdome him. I will make her something else with this. And I will be back on demold, you guys. I'm excited for this one. Gosh, I hope that silver worked out well. Just fix those edges. All right, be right back. It is the next day. It is time to unmold all this. I poured a little turtle. So let's get the small stuff out. These are the marbled pendants. So we'll get a charm on these. Well, not pendants, I'm sorry, keychains. So basically pick the side that you like the best, which seems to be this side. The other side is a little more white. We'll trim all this up. I will do all the finishing touches on a fast forward so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Get all that trimmed, but that's not too bad. So we'll move those. Let's get this out. This is a well-used mold. Look at that. I will put a hole through his hand and make a keychain out of it. Really pretty. Let's get out the hippo. Super cute. We will get him embellished and finished off. He's got some trimming to be done on the bottom. Everything I use, the molds, everything are linked in the description. Now for this is what I've been waiting for. I am hoping and praying it worked so we can move on to the tray. Ready? Oh, that looks good, but the back color is so light that you can't really see the petals. If we could have seen the petals, it would have been a perfect bloom. The silver did work. It looks gray, but that's okay because the gray, the silver in her bedding looks gray. So I will definitely let her know and see where we're going to go from here because I want to be able to see the bloom on the tray. So now I'm not sure what to do, but otherwise that was the perfect bloom. Oh, that is just too bad that you cannot see it. You could see it if it's up close. All right, well, that's it for today. You don't need to sit here and listen to me thinking and thinking and thinking. I will get you some, oh no, that's not the end. I told you I would finish this stuff off for you. Okay, give me a minute. Let's get busy. Okay, that's it. So the turtle is now a keychain with a little tassel. And these three clearly are keychains. I just top coated and she wanted angel wings. So I had angel wings and a couple angels. So I put those on there for her. And then the adorable little hippo. It's still wet. So I'm going to be careful here. With the crown on her head, all blinged out, toenails done, and of course the bow on her back. That's on with E6000 glue. I just need to let it dry. Everything else is pretty good. The rhinestones only take about, I don't know, 20 minutes to dry. So those are the extras, you guys. And I am still waiting on her answer on how we want to resolve this problem. So yeah, guys, I will see you on the next video. See you tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.